All right, baby. It's welcome, Knicks Nation. Hope you're having a good weekend. Hope you're enjoying. Hope everybody's safe and healthy. Welcome to Showtime. It's time. It's time for the Knicks to get it on with Miami Heat. It's time to get this done. Welcome, DC. Welcome, Miss Stevenson. Welcome, Jose Vasquez. Welcome, John. Welcome, Brent Joseph. Welcome, Rafael Paulino. Welcome, Sister Margaret Edwards. Welcome, the only DM Dawson. Welcome, Ace of Spade, my brother Malik Shabazz, Alfredo G, Sphere Jorgensen. Welcome, my man, Glenn Costin. Welcome, Hannah Rabata. Welcome, Francisco Acevedo. And welcome, Brian. Welcome, Jabroni Z. Keith Stiff, welcome to all of you. Brooklyn Buddha, Carlos Delgado, Knicks fan in Atlanta, superstar, my brother, Underdog Billy. Welcome to all of you. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Again, hope it's safe. Hope everybody's good. It is time to get this going. Time to rumble. So, Knicks versus Heat. Now, I've heard conflicting reports. One report from the Athletic says that Julius Randle is warming up, but Wojnarowski reports that Julius Randle will not be playing today. So if I had to guess now, anybody could be right, but I'm going to go with Wojnarowski on this one and assume that Randle will not be playing today. So I'm going to go with that. I am not sure, but I'm probably 80% sure Quentin Grimes is going to start a two-guard today, and Isaiah Hartenstein will come off the bench. So what does this mean for the Knicks? What it means is that they should have, which is very important, they should have their full bench contingent today. One of the strengths of the Knicks, one of the advantages that they will have is the strength of their bench. And so we'll talk about that today, because of course we know that, for example, Victor Oladipo is not playing. Who else was missing? Tyler Hero is not playing. So Victor Oladipo is not playing. Tyler Hero is not playing. So it looks like Randle is out. So we're going to start Obi. Not worried about that at all. I told you I'm never worried when Obi gets to start because Obi could ball. So I'm not worried. What's up, Jay from Washington Heights? How y'all doing? Joe Curry, how y'all doing? Coach Rubens, nice to see you. William Ortiz, my brother Cherokee Indian out of Brooklyn. Jermaine Royster, how y'all doing? Captain Mutumbo, my brother. Organic, how y'all doing? Nice to see you. No, they can't play Sims as a backup. Sims is out for the season. So now, Randle is out. I'm not worried about that. I think the fact that the Heat are missing Oladipo and Hero is going to hurt them more than us missing Randle, as crazy as that sounds. And the reason because the Knicks are deep. We've been calling them mob deep for 3 years now, and there's a reason for that because they do have depth. Okay, they do have depth. Now, the keys to beating the Heat. Defense. There's a lot of them. And the thing is, one of the reasons I'm really having a hard time understanding how, just looking at it objectively, y'all. You're just looking at it objectively. So you got in the second round of the playoffs, the 5th seed against the 8th seed, right? That's what we're talking about. The 5th seed against the 8th seed. And obviously the 5th seed has home court advantage. Why in the hell would anybody say, oh, the 8th seed is favored? I mean, just objectively, does that make any sense to you? Like, if the 5th seed against the 8th seed, the 5th seed has home court advantage. Why would you ever think the 8th seed going to win this series? Why would anybody think that except the straight Knicks hate? I mean, okay, the Heat beat the Bucks, but we must not discount Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is the Bucks. Did not play in 3 games. Okay? They did not play in 3 games. He didn't play. And I don't think it's a crazy statement to make to say healthy Giannis means we would be playing the Bucks right now. Healthy Giannis means we'd be playing the Bucks right now. Okay, so Miami win, and it took a 56-point outburst from Jimmy Butler against a team without Giannis for them to beat Miami and win those games. I mean, for Miami to beat the Bucks and win those games. So I am not understanding why anybody would be picking the Heat in this series. It makes no sense to me. And so let's now definitely respect the opponent, but come on. Now let's talk about thanks, Larry Fowl. Take for the $10. Deuce is likely to get some run today. Go Knicks. That's right. Because of Randall's absence, Deuce moves up into the rotation. That's exactly right. Deuce moves up into the rotation. Now, let's talk about the one of the reasons. Let's talk about the keys. And when I go over these keys, you're going to see count the ways that the Knicks can win this game. Okay. First of all, Kevin Love is starting at the power forward. Okay. Let me tell you something. Let me just explain something to you. Kevin Love cannot keep up with Obi Toppin. He is not as athletic as Obi Toppin. If they throw a lob to Obi Toppin, he's flushing it on Kevin Love. Obi Toppin can guard Kevin Love in space. Okay? He can guard him in space. What do I mean by that? Kevin Love is still a tremendous three-point shooter, but Obi can guard him in space. Okay, so it's not like Kevin Love can shake him off the dribble with a crossover or something. He can't do that. Okay, so what we want to do is attack Kevin Love. That's number one problem they got. Attack Kevin Love. And what I mean, like you guys know from watching the Knicks, is their offense runs like Tibbs has several ways to run this offense, but the way he likes to do it is you keep hitting picks until you get the matchup that you want, and you exploit that matchup. So anytime Miami is playing man-to-man, and I'm going to tell you what, I'm expecting a matchup zone. Miami will be playing a matchup zone. They did it before against the Bucks. I'm expecting a matchup zone against the Knicks or a straight zone. But if they go man-to-man, you're going to see switch until you get either Brunson, and it almost don't matter. You can get Brunson, you can get Obi, you can get RJ, you can get Quentin Grimes with Love Gardner. And then he's done. Okay, he's done at that point. So that's why I'm expecting zone and matchup zone. Cherokee Indian, thanks for the $5. Chuck surprisingly picked the Knicks to win the series, but the rest of the TNT crews to the Heat were better, more talent. Go figure. Okay. The second thing, which is a key to every playoff game for every team, but especially for the Knicks, they must win the battle of the rebound. Okay? And again, we have in Mitchell Robinson, the best offensive rebounder in the playoffs right now is Mitchell Robinson. And so Miami's going to have a tough time trying to keep him off the glass. And maybe perhaps the fact that Randall is out, they feel like they can do that because they will double Mitch Robinson on the boards and make sure they got two bodies on him. But I wouldn't sleep on Obi if I was you. So that's going to be a key. And then, of course, keeping the turnovers low. Okay, that's another thing. Now, somebody asked, what's the best way to bust Miami zone? What I would suggest, there's a 3 minute and 56 seconds NBA video on the last. I'm sorry, it's an 8 minute and 34 second video on the last game in Miami that the Knicks won on Randall's three-pointer. And it was 3:56 left in the game, and Miami was running a zone. What did the Knicks do? They flashed R.J. Barrett. They flashed Hart to the middle, and they destroyed the zone. Okay? I'm not worried about Miami zone. Okay? Some of y'all still stuck in the beginning of last season. The Knicks had problems at the beginning of the season with the zone, but they had no problems recently with the zone. So if they try to go zone, the Knicks are going to destroy them. RJ is going to be charging at the basket. They had, or at the time, Randall doing it. I'm not worried about the zone. Okay, they'd be better off doing the matchup zone because then we won't be able to get the matchups we want in the pick and rolls. But then they got to worry about Jalen Brunson. See, there's too many holes that the Knicks can attack here. So keeping the turnovers low, winning the battle of the boards, attacking Kevin Love, Brunson has got to pick his spots like he's been doing. They were guarding Brunson with a combination of Victor Oladipo and Tyler Hero the last times the Knicks were playing them. Of course, both of those guys are out. So what you're going to see is you're going to see Gabe Vincent and you're going to see Max Strus trying to guard Vincent, trying to guard Jalen Brunson. That ain't going to work. Wait, you heard? They're going to have Gabe Vincent and Max Strus. Now, I'm not saying these guys can't play no defense, but that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. Not with Brunson, not with playoff Brunson. That ain't going to work. So there's that. The refereeing is going to be huge in this series. It always is with Miami, New York, but it's going to be huge in this series. And the main reason it's going to be huge, brethren, is Mitchell Robinson. See, the only thing that can stop Mitchell Robinson from dominating the boards against the Heat is the referees. That's it. Okay. Miami can't do nothing about it. They can't. So there's attacking love, there's winning the battle of the boards, there's the turnovers, there's Brunson, there's Mitch Rob. Okay, that's the keys here. Looking at the bench, if Obi is starting at the 4, then you're going to have Emmanuel Quickly, Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Deuce. And I'm going to tell you something, that's a hell of a bench. The Miami bench is Kyle Lowry, Cody Zeller, Caleb Martin, and who else they got? They got Cody Martin. Who else they got on their bench? Duncan Robinson, right? Duncan Robinson. That's who they got on their bench. Okay. Yeah. So the last time the Knicks played, the Heat had, when they did go man to man, they had Butler guarding Randall. That's what they did. They had Butler guarding Randall the last time they went man to man. So I'm not sure what they're going to do. Really, Caleb Martin is really a lot like Josh Hart. They play a lot alike. I think Hart is better, but they play a lot alike, Caleb Martin and Josh Hart. But I favor Hart because Hart has more of ability to get the rebound and break it up on his own dribble than Caleb Martin does. Caleb Martin is just as tough. He's a tough defender. He hits shots. He hits big shots. But I think in terms of rebounding, Josh Hart is probably the best rebounding 2 guard in the NBA. And so that's no slight on Caleb Martin. That's just the fact. And so because of that, I give Hart that edge. The backup, the Cody Zeller, Isaiah Hartenstein is even. They both are the same. Cody Zeller and Isaiah Hartenstein are the same, man. This is going to be a battle. And then the IQ Kyle Lowry ain't no matchup. IQ would destroy this man. See, no, that ain't no matchup. And then now Obi's not going to be starting. So then you're going to have Deuce. You're going to have Deuce guarding Duncan Robinson. Yeah. So this is going to be very, very interesting. But I like the Knicks bench because of the advantage of Joshua Hart, of Emmanuel Quickly, and Deuce. Even if Hartenstein and Zeller play to a standstill, I don't see Hartenstein dominating Cody Zeller. I mean, I don't see them dominating each other. But even if they play to a standstill, and the refs again come into play here, because both of these guys are very physical and very aggressive. It's going to be important to see if the refs let them play physical. Now, so far in this playoffs, the refs have been letting them play physical. Okay, he has been letting them play physical. So we'll see what happens. So if Miami starts to zone, you'll see RJ, Q-Dog flashing to the foul line, and they will attack the zone, and it really will be a problem for Miami. If Miami goes man to man, you're going to see a lot of Brunson, and they don't really have. They really, outside of Victor Oladipo and Tyler Hero, who are not playing, they really don't have an answer for Jalen Brunson. They really don't have an answer for him. Okay. The temptation for Brunson is to try to go off and be hero ball. And I hope he picks his spot because he'll dominate them in the fourth quarter. Akmar, thanks for the $5. Shalom, Akbar. Any concern with JR being out? They will attack Blockness, hoping to get him in foul trouble. No. This is how this works. You can attack Blockness only if there's a breakdown from the top defense. So in other words, if Brunson and Q-Dog on RJ are letting them into the paint, then, and it doesn't even matter if Randall's in or not, then Mitch Rob will be left to try to protect the paint. The object is to keep them out the paint, right? So that's why I'm glad you got Q-Dog and you got iHeart. And even Brunson's been playing really, for him, he's been playing tough defense since the playoffs began. Playoff Brunson's defense is way better than regular season Brunson defense, which is amazing. So if you could get that and keep them out the paint, it's not, Randall's absence is not going to affect Mitchell Robinson. Randall's absence affects Mitchell Robinson in terms of rebounds. It affects Mitchell Robinson in terms of rebounds because Randall and them and Mitch Rob together present a tough situation for any team. So that will, and that's what I'm saying. Key here is whoever is going to be that second guy to put a body on Mitchell Robinson. So it's going to be Kevin Love. If it's Bam and he's the second guy, Obi has to help out. So whoever, if it's Max Strus, if it's Quint Dog, and you know what though? Q-Dog as well as Josh Hart, they some rebounding fools now. They can rebound the basketball from the two-guard spot. I'm not worried about that. So really to protect Mitch Rob is the same game plan. Keep people out the paint. If Mitch Rob has to guard Bam and then slough off to help you on Lowry or somebody and gets in foul trouble, that's because they're not protecting the paint. Tom Thibodeau's teams are built on a rim protector and on protecting the paint. So they got to do that, which means you're going to see a lot of three-point shots. Miami, don't be scared if you see Miami bombing away and hitting some three. Stay cool because the Knicks will be back. At the end of the day, it's going to be a grinded out situation, and I like the Knicks' chances in that situation. So it's going to be, a good series, man. This is going to be tough, but I'm picking Knicks in 6. I can't understand why anybody would pick Miami except you just hate the Knicks. And in this case, your hatred is being exposed because there's no way you should be picking an 8th seed to be a 5th seed. There's just no way. Okay. Unless, the Knicks were losing several of their players, like if Randall and Robinson if Mitch Rob was out, okay. I hear you then. It's like picking Miami because Giannis is out, right? But aside from that, why would you pick an 8th seed? I don't understand. But anyway, I'm picking the Knicks in 6. It starts today at MSG. Yeah. Well, there is a reason, Senior Beef. Because it's easy to do because they're going back 20 years. There's the hatred for Dolan. You got to remember, they hate Dolan. As long as Dolan owns the team, you're going to have hate from these big platforms. Some of these people are ridiculous and they Dolan hate. I mean, ridiculous. It doesn't even make any sense. And then you got players like Reggie Miller who have hated the Knicks from when they played against Miami, Indiana with Ewing and them. And so it's been a rivalry. So they just hate the Knicks and they can't be professional and just call a game without showing Knicks hate. As a matter of fact, Richard Jefferson was on that tip for a long time too. But Richard Jefferson, I heard, picked the Knicks to beat Cleveland, which is big time because Richard Jefferson played for Cleveland. So, and then, of course, Perk now picking the Knicks. So, I don't understand. And Kenny Smith came and interviewed and they didn't give him the job. So there's all kinds of hatred for New York. And the thing is that, like, if you listen to Mark Jackson commentate with Jeff Van Gundy, by the way, today we're going to get a treat. We're going to get Doris Burke commentating. I love, she's the female UB Brown. I mean, she really is. She's the female UB Brown. And I forgot the brother's name that's with her, but that commentating. But that's a good team. I like listening to them comment the game. And so they're going to be commenting the game. They're going to be doing the telecast today. Doris Burke, and I think his name is Jones, somebody named Jones. They're pretty good. And Doris Burke's an excellent analyst. I like how she does her business, man. She's good. But there's when you if you listen to Mark Jackson, you almost with Mark Jones. That's why I like Mark Jones with Doris Burke. They're pretty good, man. But if you listen to Mark Jackson, you would never know he went to St. John's and that he was drafted by the Knicks and that he wanted to coach the Knicks and didn't get hired. Mark Jackson calls the game very, very observant, very objectively, right? But you got other fools like Reggie Miller or other dudes that have played that can't get the pass when they was players out, they crawl and they trying to be analysts. How you going to do that? Because they favoring whoever is playing against the Knicks, they favor. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. Okay. I don't understand. But there's no way you should be picking. I'm not saying Miami is not capable of beating New York. I mean, they are. They're in the playoffs. But for you to, before the playoffs, you're looking at a 5 seed versus an 8 seed. And you know the 8 seed got there because Giannis Antetokounmpo was hurt. So how you going to pick them? I don't know. But anyway, y'all remember when Hart, hey, thanks for the $5 check in. And then y'all remember when Hart went to shake Jimmy's hand when we beat them and Jimmy shaded up? Yes, he did. Hart going to get up in that. Yeah. I hope you're right, Charity. Thanks for the $5. I hope you're right about that one, man. Because I'm saying I can understand Hart and Jimmy B going there. They're on the floor. But y'all supposed to be announcers and stuff and acting the fool. Okay, you're supposed to be calling the game even, man. Even Clyde and Mike Breen, they at the Garden and they call the game objectively. They tell you when the Knicks mess up and they tell you when the Knicks do good, you know? So, yeah, Shining Fry. I mean, he was ticked off because Larry Brown gave him a hard time. Larry Brown gives everybody a hard time, you know? But whatever. Hey, Coach Hauser, how you doing? I'm looking for Coach Hauser. Big screen TV, surround sound, HDPD compatible. From your friends at the bottom bay. Coach Hauser, what's up? So, I'm expecting a Knicks victory at the Garden today. And I'm going to say something else. Usually, in all of the games they played this year, they've all been decided by less than 4 points. They've all been decided by less than 4 points. But I really think people are underestimating the loss of Tyler Hero and Victor Oladipo. I really think people are underestimating the loss of those two dudes. Those guys are real important to what Miami does. And don't let any of their starting five get in foul trouble because they're going to have problems. They're going to have problems. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand. So, but whatever. So I'm expecting a Knicks victory at the Garden. And if Oladipo and Harrell are as important as I think they are, I think this will be a bigger win than 4 points. I think this will be a bigger win than 4 points. I think it will. So we'll see, though. But I don't know who for the Knicks is going to go off. And the reason I don't is because the Knicks are so deep, you can't say who's going to go off. You can expect JB to have a big game because he's Brunson, right? And he's got the ball in his hand. But outside of that, we don't even know what's going to happen. We don't know if Josh Hart going to come off the bench and light him up, if IQ will come off the bench and light him up, if Obi or RJ or Mitch Rock or Q-Dog. We have no idea because the Knicks are deep, okay? The real problem for us, to me, the underdog problem on the bench for the Heat is Duncan Robinson because of his shooting ability. And if we can bottle up his shooting ability, yeah. And let me tell you something. We're all them, I was thinking about that yesterday. What all y'all talking about? Y'all was giving Tibbs the mafioso. Tibbs gotta go. Tibbs gotta go. Where all y'all at? Tibbs ain't no great coach. I haven't seen one fool while he's losing record in the playoffs. Well, at least he's in the playoffs. At least he got a lot of experience in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Where all them Tibbs gotta go. Where all y'all at? Dad going, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so is Hart starting? Did they say that? Hart is starting? Is that a factoid or are you just wishing? Is that factual? Is Hart starting? Is it Cool Kyle? Who hold on. Let me see this, man. Let me see this, man. People be yelling stuff that ain't true, so you gotta check it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what's going on here. What does my man say? My man, one of the three wise men, Ian Begley. What's Beggs talking about? Okay, so both Josh Hart and Obi Toppin are starting. Okay, and they're gonna bring Q-Dog off the bench. So he's playing, but he's coming off the bench. Hey, I have no problem. Yeah, Quentin's gonna come off the bench. So now you're gonna have Q-Dogs coming off the bench. You're gonna have Josh Hart starting. You're gonna have Q-Dog coming off the bench. And yeah, okay, all right. Hey, that's okay. Like I said, the Knicks are deep. No Julius Randle. No, we're missing an all-star. Right? We're missing an all-star. We're not missing some scrub. We're missing an all-star player. And we're not worried. And we shouldn't be worried because we deep, man. We deep. You understand? We deep. We got Obi Toppin and Josh Hart. Okay, we got Obi Toppin and Josh Hart. We deep. Okay, we're not worried about it. So yeah, we are going to be running. Well, the Knicks are always trying to run, and with no disrespect to Julius, sometimes he slows us up, but he also leads fast breaks, when he wants to. So we're gonna be good. Oh, okay. Hey, thank you, Siobhan Valentine. Oh my gosh, he dropped the H bomb. That should I say the cinco bomb, the $50. Thank you, bro. Raw, about faith. Here's to the contribution of no negativity. Thank you. That's right. Trying to be not negative just because, right? Like, I don't want to talk about trading Randall right now. Because we're in the battle here. We're trying to beat Miami. So why are we talking about? Let's wait until this, the season's over. Then we could talk about trading somebody. You know what I'm saying? Let's wait till the season's over. Then we could talk about who we want to trade. But right now, the Knicks are in the second round, baby. The season is on. Can you imagine? Here it is, going to be May, and our Knicks are playing in May. Y'all catching that? Our Knicks are playing basketball in the playoffs in May. Now, we beat Miami. Guess what? We might be playing basketball in June. In June. Hey, listen, this is going to be fun, man. This is going to be fun. Yeah, this is going to be fun. But let's get past this Miami situation. Can't sleep on Miami. When I was playing on Long Island, we were once 23-0. And we were going for the Long Island Championship against Freeport. And we was like, Freeport? Who's Freeport, man? Them fools beat us by 1 point. And I learned a lesson. I learned a hard lesson. Always respect your opponent. Never. Oh, sorry, Siobhan. I apologize. Sister Siobhan Valentine, sorry about that. Never underestimate your opponent, man. They had a guy on their team that year, and he averaged 4 points a game and scored 20 on us that game. You just never know. So I'm not going to sleep on Miami. Like I said, I could understand the fact that they could win the series, but I still would not favor them. Okay, I still would not favor them. I know somehow. Now, Jimmy Butler is really good. I'm not going to front. He's really good. Okay. But somehow this year, everybody has mistaken him for Michael Jordan. Have you noticed that? Yes, he's had a huge playoffs, no doubt about it. But let's not fool ourselves. I don't want to be. Let's not be foolish. I don't care how many points he scored. If Giannis Antetokounmpo was healthy for that playoffs, he'd be watching on TV today. See? So they're fortunate that Giannis missed 3 games. I'm glad they took advantage of it. But somehow the media has now mistaken Jimmy Butler for prime Michael Jordan. And he ain't that. He's good now. He's an all-star. But he ain't that. Okay? He's probably playing the best basketball of his career right now. Okay? Fantastic. But he ain't Michael Jordan. Somehow somebody mistaken him for Kobe. He ain't Kobe. He ain't Michael. Yeah, we should fear Butler. I think the Miami Heat should fear Mitch Rob. Because if you don't watch Mitch Rob, he's going to punch you in your face and take your lunch on them bells. I think Miami needs to watch Broadway Barrett because we are in New York today. They better watch Broadway Barrett. I think they better have somebody catch up with Obi lest he be flushing it on you. And don't sleep on Jalen Brunson. Let me tell you, let me just break this down. I think y'all will agree. Playoff Brunson is way more dangerous than playoff Jimmy Butler. I'm just saying. Playoff Brunson is way more dangerous than playoff Jimmy Butler. That's all I'm gonna say right there. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Broadway, we in New York, and you got to deal with Broadway Barrett today. It's a big game. You know what I mean? So, hey, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I'm not trying to disrespect Jimmy Butler, but let's not get carried away here, okay? And no Tyler Hero. I'm gonna tell you what. Let me add one more key to this game. The Knicks want Jimmy Butler shooting threes. The Knicks want Jimmy Butler shooting threes today. See, when you have Tyler Hero on the floor with him, you got to guard him honestly, because Tyler Hero could knock down a three. But without Tyler Hero, you better hope Duncan Robinson goes off, because the Knicks want Jimmy Butler shooting three. Let Jimmy Butler try to hit 8 threes like MJ did against Portland. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay? Because you better please. You know what I'm saying? That we're not worried about that. Salute, old head. Yeah, you're right. Larry Fire, you know what? I can't front. Gabe Vincent is one of those certifiable Knick killers. He's in that certifiable Knick killer class with what's that kid? The kid from Indiana that was on Philly, with the dude coming off the bench for Orlando. Them kind of Knick killers with Chill Will from Denver. That now I don't know where he's at, but all these guys, Gabe Vincent's a certifiable Knick killer. Hey, Cherokee Indian, thanks for the $2. Jimmy looking at him future self in open Barry. Yes, he is. Isaac Dixon, thanks for to all them commentators on Knick. They gotta be. I don't know who would pick the 8th seed to beat the 5th seed. I don't know. I could be missing some. Been known to be wrong before, but I don't understand. I don't get it. Okay. And look, let me ask y'all. Are y'all ready? Let me ask y'all a question. Has anybody given Tom Thibodeau props for out-coaching JB Bickerstaff? I mean, everybody be pointing out when they perceive Thibodeau got out-coached. Thibodeau don't make adjustments. Has anybody give Thibodeau his props for out-coaching JB Bickerstaff in the Cleveland series? Because that's what happened. He out-coached him. That's what he did. Okay? Nobody gave him his props for that. Not ESPN, not TNT, nobody. And we did a video, y'all remember, back early in the season when y'all was calling it, Tibbs gotta go. And I did a video, and the title was, forget y'all, I got Tibbs back. Because I told you this boy could coach. Told you. He could coach. Okay? He know his stuff. He been around longer than you and me. So I ain't heard nobody give him his props for out-coaching JB Bickerstaff. Everybody trying to claim that Spoelstra out-coached Budenholzer. I'm not even buying that, to be quite honest with you. Budenholzer's whole hope was on Giannis, baby. I mean, you have Giannis, you could do a whole bunch of things. He was missing Giannis. Ain't nothing to, what he missing Giannis, he's out of control. What are you gonna do? Okay, so I hope they don't can Bickerstaff. People get out coached, man. This is the NBA. This is the league. You know what I'm saying? This is the league, man. It's the highest level right here. So you know what? If I'm Cleveland, I run it back. I take that whole crew and run it back. Because you know what? If they take the same crew and run it back next year, they're going to be better. And you know why? Not just the continuity, which is important, but every year that Evan Mobley plays, he's going to get better. Every year that Evan Mobley plays, he's going to get better until you get to the point where he's just going to be a problem that you can't handle. That's what's going on. Okay. No, that's not true organic. You have to understand. It's like if you have Michael Jordan and you're the coach of the Bulls, right? You're Phil Jackson and you got Michael Jordan. You're not making a game plan that doesn't include Michael Jordan. Right? If you're the Lakers and you got Kobe, you're not making a game plan that doesn't include Kobe. Now, why is that? Because if you lose that player, you're done. There's nothing you could do. You could try all kind of things, but there's very little you could do. Okay? There's very little you could do. Okay? So that's all I'm saying. So there's no game plan that Budenholzer would have had. It's okay, if we lose Giannis, this is how we're going to beat the Heat. The there's nothing you could do. You know what I'm saying? It's over. At that point, it was over. You try different things, but it ain't gonna work. Cherokee, thanks for the 5 mainstream media fears Knicks Nation fans. That's true. In the headlines of social media all year. If the Knicks win, look here. If they get to the ECF, they're gonna catch that problem. It's not just if they get to the ECF, they're gonna y'all know. I ain't gotta tell y'all. Y'all know. If the Knicks get to the ECF, oh my gosh, they're gonna be going crazy in New York. And please don't let them get to the final, because if they do, never mind winning, if they get there, please. But no, I don't blame Budenholzer, man. I mean, what's he supposed to do? You lost Giannis. I mean, his heart must have dropped when Giannis hit that floor in the first game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what you gonna do? That's it. You're not gonna win now. You got no shot. You're gonna try all kind of different things, and you're gonna look bad. That's what happens, man. So I'm not blaming Budenholzer. This is the league. Budenholzer is a really good coach, and he doesn't get outsmarted long. He's just that you lost that guy. You can't win. Look. Without Giannis, I'm not sure Milwaukee's a 500 team. I mean, maybe they are. Without Giannis, I'm not sure they're a 500 team. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm watching the game at 1 o'clock. Heck yeah, Andrew Abraham, Sunday Shabbat. I'm watching the game live and direct. Yes, I am. Right here from Orlando, Florida. Yes, we are. Yeah, that doesn't matter, Ace of Spades. This is the league. Wait. A 16-point lead means something in the league? When 3-pointers are being thrown up like nobody business? Come on, man. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. That don't matter. Hey, you know what? The worst teams in the NBA, Houston, Charlotte, Orlando, Detroit, they've had many games this year when they've been up 15 and 16 going into the fourth quarter and lose. Okay? Because the better team executes down the stretch. That's what happens. Okay? The better team executes down the stretch. So that's how that works. So, yeah, I'm not what Budenholzer had. It's not what he had, is what he didn't have. See, you can't just – you remember back in the day with North Carolina, with Dean Smith, when they had a lead, they go into the four corners. I remember when they had this point guard named Phil Ford, and they go into the four corners and run down the clock. Well, you can't do that in the NBA. See, you can't. You can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that in the NBA. So, yeah, I'll be watching the game. Oh, you mean like if I'm going to be doing live during the game? Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. No. I'm too busy. Y'all don't want to see me during the game. I'll be focused on the game. I'll be analyzing like a doctor in surgery, man. I'll be analyzing the game, and then of course I'll be yelling, driving my wife crazy. No, I ain't gonna be doing this during the game. Some people do that, bless them. But I ain't gonna be doing that during the game. No. Y'all catch up with me tomorrow, and then I'm gonna go see my pops today after the game. The best coach in the NBA, I'm always going to say it's going to be Popovich, but I'm trying to think of anybody else. I like Spoelstra. Spoelstra's a great coach. I like Popovich. There's a lot of really good coaches in the NBA. I would say those two guys. I'm trying to think of anybody else. I would say those two. I would say Popovich and Spoelstra, the two guys I like the best. Yeah, Pop and Spo. Yeah, I would go with that. And then I like Tibbs. I liked when what was that young looking boy's name he's now the GM in Boston and he was coaching before. Nick Nurse is a good coach. There's a lot of good coaches in the NBA, but he's asking me my favorite ones. My picks, I would go with Spoelstra and Popovich. Yeah. No, what was that guy's name? The guy's name Brad Stevens. He was a genius. Now, this young boy is a genius, Brad Stevens. Yeah, I like him too. Udoka's a good coach. Like I said, there's a lot of good coaches in the NBA. Yeah, I like Brad Stevens. Udoka is a good coach. I'll be honest with you. I feel like, and I'm just saying, I think y'all will agree with it. I'm just saying, if Mark Jackson was going to get a chance to coach again, he would be one of the top coaches in the NBA. That's my opinion. Because he coaches both sides of the basketball. He knows the game. He's learned from masters like Louis Conaseca. He's learned how to coach the game. If Mark Jackson were to get an opportunity to coach again, I think he would soon have whatever team it is in the playoffs and compete like he did with Golden State. Yeah, I love Dwayne Casey. I like Dwayne Casey too. My dad's doing all right, grouchy as ever. I'm going to go see my pops today. You're going to probably curse me out. Love my daddy. Love my daddy. He's like 82, so I got to make sure. I said, Pop, you take a bath today, right? And sometimes he get mad at me. I said, Pop, you took a bath today. You got an appointment tomorrow. You going to take a bath, right? You going to take a bath tomorrow? And he'll say something like, well, you going to wipe your ass tomorrow? So that's my dad. So I'm going to see him today after the game. I see. He's doing good. He's doing good. Though. As long as he's acting like that, I know he's healthy. He's doing good. Yes, I'm going to go see my pops today. Thank you. I appreciate y'all asking about him. That's really nice of you, though. Yeah, it was a long time, Queso Waste. It was a long time. Yeah, Mark Jackson coach. There's no doubt. Mark Jackson shown it in Golden State. They was on the verge. They won 54 games the year he was fired. He wasn't fired because of performance. And they had stunk. They was in the wasteland before that. And when he got in, he was there when they drafted Stephen Curry, when they drafted Thompson, when they drafted Draymond Green in the second round. He was there. And they won 54 games the year that they fired him. And they didn't fire him for performance. This was personal issues regarding, the alphabet and all that. That's why they fired him. So, okay. So they fired him. We played Bam straight up. I'm not worried about Bam. Pay him straight up. As a matter of fact, I'd rather, if Bam is going to play outside, I want Obi guarding him. If he's going to play inside, I want Mitch Rob on him. Yeah. Yeah, that's my dad is Fred Sanford. That's right. And I'm like Lamont. That's right. That's what it is. My dad is Fred Sanford. And I'm like Lamont. That's what it is. Oh, guys, it's fun, though. It's fun. It's fun, man. It's fun. Every day I have my father, I'm very happy. Every day that he's breathing and he's healthy, I'm happy. So that's why I'm down here. One of the reasons. So I'm glad for that. No, Randall's not playing today, G-Tower 124. He's sitting today. Q-Dog coming off the bench. Hart starting today. Yeah, Randall's out today. Yeah. It's going to be a team win. The Knicks are just a better team. Really, honestly. I'm just saying the Knicks are the better team. And I will tell you, if the Knicks play Philly or Boston, I'm going to just tell you that they're better teams than the Knicks, but the Knicks match up well against them. I won't sleep on the Knicks. I will still pick the Knicks to beat them. But I will tell you they're better teams. Well, if there was a better team than the Knicks, I will tell you. Knicks was better than Cleveland, and the Knicks are better than the Heat. They're just a better team. In a 7-game series now, and y'all know, why do I want Jimmy Butler to shoot? He's a terrible three-point shooter. You want him over volume. See, Butler is smart. He picks his spots with the three-point shot. He does. But if you get him volume three-point shots, he's going to miss. He's going to only hit like 20%. He's not going to be a great three-point shooter. If he only takes 2 or 3 three-pointers a game, he might hit a couple of them. But if you let him shoot over time, he's not going to shoot a lot of three-pointers. He's not a good three-point shooter. It'll be exposed. And he's smart enough to know that. So he doesn't let himself get in that situation. So, that's what it is. But the Knicks want him shooting threes, believe me. Yeah, we want Jimmy Butler shooting threes. But, Philly and Boston are better teams. But I won't pick against the Knicks. But I will admit they're better teams than the Knicks. But Heat ain't better than the Knicks. The Knicks better than the Heat. Period. The Knicks better than Cleveland, and the Knicks better than the Heat. That's what I'm saying. They better team. And look, y'all know what I say all the time, right? In an 82-game season, on any given night, any NBA team can beat any other NBA team. All right, y'all heard me say that all the time. So in an NBA season, 82-game season, there is no such thing as an upset. Any NBA team, and some of y'all act like it's high school or college. I can't believe, or they should win this easy. No, this is the league, man. Any NBA team could beat any other NBA team. But when you're playing 7 games, when you have a 7-game series, It's very rare that the best team doesn't win. The best team wins. Okay? 7-game series. Sometimes because somebody's hurt, sometimes because somebody don't show up, whatever. The best team wins in a 7-game series. And that's why they do it 7 games, because the best team will win. Ain't no upset, ain't no, you're the best team win. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Knicks are better than the Heat. Period. End of story. I can't even understand why anybody would even argue that. The Knicks are better than the Heat. Okay, Bam is really good, but I'm taking Mitchell Robinson. Okay, Jimmy Butler is really good, but I'm taking Jalen Brunson. And there's nobody on the Heat that could guard Jalen Brunson. But we have several players: R.J. Barrett, Obi Toppin, Quentin Grimes, Josh Hart. All of them can guard Jimmy Butler. Okay, all of them. Okay, I'm not saying he can't score on them. He can. It's the league. But they don't make it real hard. Y'all know the last game when the Knicks beat them at the buzzer on Randall's score. When you look at that video, Jimmy Butler went to the line 18 times. He went to the line more than the entire Knicks team. That's bad refereeing, in my view. There is no way that should happen. Okay. Now this is the playoffs. Okay. So he better not be going to the line no 18 times. Okay. I don't want to hear it. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not worried about Jimmy Butler. He ain't Michael Jordan. Sure. I'm not saying he ain't good, but he ain't Michael Jordan. He ain't Kobe. Come on now. He might be a Hall of Famer one day, but he ain't on that level. He ain't on Mount Rushmore. Wait, so he got a ring yet? He been playing like 12 years. Where's his ring at? Give me one. Come on, man. I don't want to hear nothing about Jimmy Butler. You know what? Whatever. Let's get this game going, y'all. Let's do this thing, right? It's 12:48. Time to do this thing, man. Let's get in front of the TV. Let's watch this Knicks do this business. I'll be talking to y'all tomorrow. Yo, Organic. Where Organic at? Organic. Where you at? Because I think Organic usually is going to be doing something after the game. Y'all want to check out Organic after the game today. I'm just saying. Organic, you here? Did he leave already to go watch the game? Organic, where you at? Well, anyway, y'all want to check out Organic Fanatic after the game. Make sure you catch my brother. He's probably going to do a post-game show. I'm not. I'm going to be in there getting cursed out by Fred Sanford, otherwise known as my father. And then, there you go. Yeah, so are you doing a post-game Organic? Are you doing? Oh, there you go. So he's going to be on at 5 o'clock. Make sure you catch him, okay? Him and his cousin and his brother do a good job. We'll talk to y'all. Y'all enjoy the game. Let's get this W, Knicks Nation. Shalom.